It's 313 Day here in Detroit.
Check out that shirt. So we're down at the Detroit Historical Museum on another beautiful day in Detroit. And this nice mural here involving the Penobscot building. One of my favorite things about Detroit is that building. It looks like a miniature Empire State Building, but it's got a lot of character.
These hats.
So now there's a sale in the gift store on the beanies. Winter hats are 50% off.
And then the
Get them while they're hot.
Oh, okay.
Lots of cool stuff here.
And then the books in the right shelf.
It's always fun to start the museum visit with the gift shop. Some neat Pistons items. Keychains, things for the Red Wings here too. Cool books. Verner's, the home of the Ford Motor Companies here in Detroit, of course. Don't forget your Barry Sanders jersey. The Lions did pretty well this past year.
Yeah. It's hotter than a $2 pistol.
Hey, it's Steve Eiserman.
And not surprised that we
Big boy, made in Detroit. Nice. Red Wings jerseys.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm equally surprised and not
Stroh's was a beer that was made in Detroit. Nice. And here we are at the Detroit Historical Museum. Detroit versus everybody. That's a big theme here.
No, I mean it's the right thing to do.
One of my wife's favorites. Yeah, 123 Detroit, or 313, sorry, and it is 313 Day. Don't forget that. And the museum admission is free today as a part of that. Giant flamingo obstructing the Penobscot building. It's up there. Alright, some of the exhibits here include a Fisher Theater chair from 1928. It's very ornate. I like that fabric print. Some neat bottles and some guns in case you need to take somebody out. All right, just kidding. All right, nice airplane. Get it while it's hot. Faygo soda is made here, but don't call it soda, they call it pop. Local personality, I guess. Oh, check out this cool rug. Wow, that's neat. Now, this exhibit is very cool to see, but we're here and it's closed. It's in transition. Some more very cool shirts. Motown Hitsville. Carl's Chop House. That's a neat hood emblem. Chinatown. Jones Cantonese. DeSoto, very cool. Tiger Stadium. think I remember seeing that before, but that's pretty cool. Here's a nice Red Wings jersey and microphone. Some Lions gear. Don't forget the Tigers play here, and I prefer that style font on that D. Now this is really a cool hoodie. Yes, that is a Packard hood emblem. Beautiful. And it's the city of Bob's. You got Bob Seger, who's on the radio constantly here in the Detroit area. So unless you're a really big fan of his, you're be prepared to hear him 3 times an hour. And the Bob Lowe boat, the ferry. Welcome. Get you a Cadillac. Nice. Alright, now we're going into the Motor City exhibit. And this is new here. It's a AMC Pacer from 1975. It's nice to see something different here. Boy, that's in really good condition too. You don't see many like that out there now. Let's go right on into the Motor City exhibit. Yes, it's very nice and very old. Very cool. Grand Hall where you have the assembly line for Cadillacs. Now, this used to actually be in motion, the body drop. And I'm not sure why they keep running that timer because... And that's been that way for a good while. But what you would see would be the body landing on that chassis. And here's one that's already dropped.
They actually got done. While they moved quickly, they only built one car at a time, swirling around the frame.
Good job, bro. And taking a look at the nice neons. Hudson. Very cool. And the Detroit Garage. Very cool. Woodward Avenue Dream Cruise. That's a sign that they're still actually have outside there on actual Woodward Avenue that you'll see anytime you drive by it. Now, those were the days. 58 Chevy at the back of that. Those were the days, the best days in my opinion for American automobiles. Very cool Royal Oak scene. Poster for a demolition derby.
Chassis already mounted with the engine, transmission, suspension.
It's an old Ford
dashboard, seats,
truck.
and wheels are added last. It's all an impressive blend of technology and human, with workers operating with robots.
Now this year, the Detroit Pistons are not doing very well. They've won 11 games and lost 59, something like that. So they're challenging for the worst record in the league, but at one time they were very, very good, as you can tell by these banners. So I believe there is a display somewhere upstairs for the Pistons. Maybe, but we're still down here in the automotive section, and there's a lot of labor issues that happened, and there were strikes, unions were born, and that's what this part of the display is about. You can read these if you pause it. (1917). Here's the General Motors Fisher body display. They actually have one of these on display, not just on the shirt. Here's one encased in this plexiglass. And you've got this large, possibly full-size version. Large wheels.
Exploring new avenues of design, new ways of doing the job. Innovation is the key word of this group of bodybuilders. Experimentation with various types of restraint systems.
Yeah, that's a cool looking one.
Always seeking to find the best way to assure freedom from injury for every passenger in the car.
I love this picture. It is Chevrolet assembly line in the early 60s. Very cool. And here's some models.
By now, the group of Fisher bodybuilders called product engineers are hard at work. Sweet thing, they call this process.
Very nice. The Fisher building is one of the coolest buildings in Detroit, too. 1960. Alright, take a look at some of this Pistons display. Dennis Rodman started as a Pistons player before he went to the Bulls. Bad Boys, Rick Mahorn, John Sally, Joe Dumars, Mark Aguirre, Isaiah Thomas, probably the most famous one, and Bill Laimbeer. Ben Wallace. Very nice display here. Might want to put some more light on Isaiah. Tayshaun Prince. Some of the bigger names. Bobbleheads. Championship trophies. 89 and 2004. Nice hat. Isaiah is lit better there. Detroit Bad Boys were known for some very dirty play. I wouldn't call it endearing. Focus on Ben Wallace, who was considered as the heart and soul. And that's some really large shoes there. And Detroit had a big part in World War II. A lot of items were made here, such as bombs like that. There is a B-24 Liberator bomber model. Did you know that almost half of the B-24s that were built for World War II, those were built at Willow Run near Ypsilanti, a Detroit suburb. And in construction of this bomber, 300,000 rivets were needed. And this display, I never really noticed this before, but these are rivets, and it claims that there's 300,000 in there. That's a lot. Arsenal of Democracy. Chinatown exhibit. Nice. It's definitely new to me. I never saw this in the museum before. The Chinese School of Detroit. Happy kids going to school. I wonder how accurate that statement would be. Nice artwork. Gold dollar show bar. Chin-Tiki. That looks like it's inside here. Not quite, but close. Some kind of a game here. Something like dominoes. Parade. Back in the day. Have 3 egg rolls, please. Forbidden City. Nice. It's got a stained glass window. The Meyer clock. I don't know if you can see this, if it wants to focus on it. Huge clock. Meyer clock. Say goodbye to the fall and hello to spring. Nice colors.
My home is called Wawiyakuta, or Bend in the River. Families come here in the spring because fishing in the river is safe. We stay through the summer to go to the garden and zoom along in the river. Then we move in from the warm land.
Nice miniature town here.
Around the big lake, the Gite managers are great here and provided what we need, although one must work hard to survive.
Woodward Train Depot. Wow, it's Milwaukee Junction back in the day, 1900s. You see Milwaukee Junction of nowadays in a lot of my train videos. Nice sounds of the old trains in the background. Jersey Central Lines boxcar. Very cool. Ford and Dodge. Oldsmobile and Chrysler. Take a look on the lower level. We now have a room devoted to minority-owned businesses in the Detroit area. Very cool art. Yeah, this is new to me, so it's always good to come down periodically to the Historical Museum to see something you didn't see before. And hear crazy noises you haven't heard before. 313 Day is today, as a matter of fact. This man had a big hand in the branding, the creation of the 313, as it were. Some fine menswear. Body work by Orson. Downtown Boxing Gym. We're down in the model train area. There's a display on Southeast Michigan interurban operations. Chesapeake in Ohio. I-Cube boxcar train. Illinois Central Gulf, one of the coolest ones. That was Chessie. Rio Grande above it. Very nice O-gauge model railroad. Ford plant there below.
What was that?
Very crowded here.
All right, Katie, pie over there.
We go this way first.
So here's the old historical Detroit city streets through the years. Tap room. Grand Trunk passenger station. That's new. Kresge's Five and Dime. Cool hydrant, bro. The products that used to be in this era, Five and Dime, are, you know, well dated for sure. Hard to see that, but it's a green metal car. There's a lot of glassware here. Basically looks like most thrift stores do nowadays. Various cookware. Registers that most prices were under $3. Here's a look at the front from the inside. Let's go back outside under the awning. If it was raining, you'd have some protection from that or from the sun. And here you have a brick street surface here. Drugstore. There's an older era back in that area. I'd say that's the centerpiece of this floor. Here's a office supply store on this corner. Got an old school mailbox. Kind of looks USM, US Mail. You don't see a lot of those anymore. Very nice cabinetry here. Old school bicycle. Giant front wheel and tiny back wheel. Like these old lamp posts. Now where it looks like wooden stumps are the surface here. Drinking fountain. Lighting is strange back in here. It's a neat scene right there. Fancy goods store. Shoe store there. Now this is a savings fund, early form of the bank. Lots of money all over the table. cobblestone area. Not a lot of fun to walk on these if you don't have good shoes. Clothing emporium. Furniture store. Warehouse. Auction and commission store. Democratic Free Press. Looks like an early form of a newspaper press. Yep. Don't forget the blacksmithing. One of the cool stores on Canfield, City Bird. Some neat magnets. Neat Moravian star type lights.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And just across the street we have Third Man Records, made by Jack White of the White Stripes fame. Records and Novelties, 2001. Some upcoming events. Elvis Presley. Lots of yellow here. Well, hello there. Nice design there. Cool lamps, bro. And there's the pressing room. Record making in progress.
Thank